Good evening, all of you. Still, we are trying to understand what is storage in the S3 and some points related to S3 we are trying to understand. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, which is very secure and highly available, highly scalable, and highly durable service for storage purpose in the Amazon. Using this S3, Amazon providing unlimited storage for us. Any amount of data you can store it from any location and you can access at any point of time. Based on your requirement, you can store any amount of data from any location. This S3 bucket is providing the facility to store, upload, download, and access the data. Upload, download, and access the data. In the S3, we are going to store the data in the form of buckets. We can create multiple buckets. In every bucket, we can store the data up to 5 TB. Up to 5 TB data we can store in one object. One object can have 5 TB. Multiple objects we can store, unlimited objects we can store in the S3 buckets. All right. Now, when we are working with S3 buckets, we discussed about versioning for backups. For backup of our files, versioning will be available, and storage classes available. Based on our requirement, we can choose particular class to store the data. Based on the storage class, the pricing will be decided for that S3, right? So storage class you need to decide based on your use case. If you want to access data very frequently, then go for standard access. If you want to access infrequently, IA. If you want to identify the AWS to which category is suitable for you, go for intelligent category. If you want to store historical data, then go for Glacier. We can move the data from one bucket to another bucket also by using lifecycle management. And if you want to replicate the bucket data from one region to another region, then you need to go for cross-region replication and same region replication. Then encryption. So when we are storing our data, we need to bother about security. To provide the security for our data, AWS providing encryption technique. Encryption technique. In-transit encryption, data at rest encryption is available. When we upload any file to the AWS S3 bucket, one unique URL will be generated that is called as endpoint in the S3. One unique URL will be generated that is called as endpoint in the S3. Now, here, if we want to provide the data for limited period of time, I want to upload a file into AWS S3 bucket and I want to give the data for you only for 30 minutes access. After 30 minutes, you should not be able to access that. So you can create the links with a limited period time. You can create the links with the limited period time. Guys, able to follow this? You can create the links with the limited period time. Those are called as pre-signed URLs. Those are called as pre-signed URLs. Okay. Now, there is another concept called transfer acceleration. When you are going for S3 bucket, we need to understand one more concept called transfer acceleration. Transfer acceleration concept that we have to understand. All right, guys, now see, I have created the buckets in multiple regions. I have created the buckets in the multiple regions. Assume that I have taken a bucket in the US. I have taken a bucket in the UK. I have taken one bucket in the Singapore. I have taken one bucket in the Ireland. I have taken one bucket in the Mexico. Like this, I have taken buckets from different locations. I have taken the buckets in the different locations. USA, Canada, Mexico, Singapore, then Mumbai. In these regions, I have created buckets. Now, actually, I am staying in Hyderabad. I'm staying in Hyderabad. From Hyderabad location, I want to upload the data to those buckets which are created in different regions, which are created in the different locations, which are created in the different regions. My buckets are created in the different regions. Now, here I am operating from Hyderabad. I'm sitting in Hyderabad. I'm using my AWS account. I created the buckets in the different locations. Now I want to put the data into those buckets. I want to upload the data from Hyderabad location to USA bucket, from Hyderabad location to Canada bucket, from Hyderabad location to Mexico bucket, Singapore bucket, and Mumbai bucket. Guys, able to understand what I am doing here? What I am doing here? I am uploading the data to multiple regions. In order to do this data, do I need to have internet connection? Do I need the internet connection in order to upload this data? Internet is required for all these regions or not? I have to connect to internet, then only I can perform these operations. Then only I can perform these operations. I'm sitting in Hyderabad and I'm uploading the data to the buckets which are available in multiple regions. Now tell me, network speed will be slow or network speed will be high? Network speed will be slow or network speed will be high? Network speed will be slow or network speed will be high? Network speed will be slow because I am using my local net, monthly 300 rupees net or monthly 1000 rupees net we are going to use. That network will be slow. If your network, but generally we are saying staying in home, we are using personal network. We are using personal network, home-based network we are using. Our network will be slow if you want to upload the data into those many regions at a time. To overcome this problem, AWS provided a concept called transfer acceleration. Transfer acceleration. If you use transfer acceleration, then your machine will be connected to AWS internal network. If you go for transfer acceleration, our machine will be connected to AWS internal network, and that will be super speed network. That is going to be super speed network, that is AWS internal network. Are you guys clear with my point? What is a transfer acceleration? It is the process of connecting to AWS internal network to upload the data. Our internet will be slow. AWS network will be fast. Our network will be slow because we will use limited usage. Our network will be slow. AWS network is super fast. AWS will provide super speed network. AWS will provide you super speed network because they are having costly network connections. They are having costly network connections. Okay, our network will be slow. AWS will provide super speed network using transfer accelerator. Transfer accelerator, which is used to improve the network speed to upload the data. It is used to improve your network speed to upload the data quickly. If you are uploading huge amount of data by using your network, it may take a lot of time because we are using our personal network. Personal networks are very slow. If you want to upload the data quickly, if you want to upload the data within fraction of minutes, you want to upload the data, then go to transfer acceleration concept. If you use the transfer acceleration concept, then your machine will be connected to AWS internal network. Then AWS network will be used for your machine to upload the data. That will be super speed. That will be super speed. Guys, do you understand what is transfer acceleration? Which is used to improve the speed to upload the data. Now, You can check that in the browser what they are saying about transfer acceleration. Transfer acceleration. Transfer acceleration. Configuring fast secure file transfer using Amazon S3. S3 transfer acceleration. See this point? Amazon S3 transfer acceleration can speed up content transfer to and from AWS S3 by as much as 50 to 500% long distance transfers of large objects. Customers who have their web or mobile applications with widespread users or applications hosted far away from the S3 bucket can experience long and variable upload and download speed over the internet. S3 transfer acceleration reduces the variability in internet routing, congestion, and speeds that can affect a transfer and logically shorten the distance to S3 for remote applications. Are you guys understood what they are saying about transfer acceleration? Just read this theory, guys. It's a plain English. It's a plain English. Please spend 2 minutes to read this. You will understand what is transfer acceleration. Just read that English which is highlighted. Just read that English which is highlighted. Yeah, guys, understood the theory? You understood the theory of what is Amazon S3 transfer acceleration? You got it now? Fine. So with this, theoretically we understood what is S3. With this, theoretically we understood what is S3, what is AWS S3, what is AWS S3. Guys, now unmute your mics. Can you tell me what is AWS S3? Can you tell me what is AWS S3?
Basically, it is a storage service provided by AWS, where we can unlimited store the data.
Unlimited data we can store. It is a object-based storage. What is a bucket?
It is a container.
It is a container that is used to store the data. Store the data. Now, what type of data we can store in the bucket?
Anything, example files.
Anything.
What is
images,
object?
File and object.
What is object? Everything will be represented as a object. What is the max capacity of the object?
5
Five.
TB.
5 TB. 5 TB is the max capacity. Single put, how much data we can upload?
5 GB.
GB. 5 GB. What is endpoint? What is object endpoint?
Is the URL of the
URL.
Right. Unique URL that is generated for every object that we are going to upload in the S3 bucket. Now, next, what is versioning? What is versioning?
To differentiate old and new.
To differentiate the old and new. Now, what is the delete marker?
the version which was previously deleted to re-download it again.
When the new version, when the original file is deleted, then delete marker will be generated. Can we restore? How to restore original file?
By using delete marker.
How to restore original file? If you delete the delete marker, then we can restore the original file. What are the storage classes available in S3?
5 types.
What are the storage classes?
Standard frequency.
FA, IA, intelligent type, 1J, IA, RSS, 1 zone, glacier. When to go for glacier?
For historical data.
For archiving purpose. That means I will store the data. I may use it or I may not use it in the next 10 years. Okay. If you have any such kind of historical data, then we can go for storage class called glacier. I have a requirement to use the data very frequently. Which one? Very frequently.
Frequent access.
Frequent access.
Hello.
I don't know my access pattern.
Intelligent target.
Intelligent. If I don't know my access pattern, then I will go for intelligent type. I want to access data rarely. Infrequent access, frequent access, infrequent access, rarely access, intelligent type and glacier. Those are the storage classes. Can we change from one storage to another storage?
Yes, by using lifecycle method.
By using lifecycle management. By using lifecycle management, we can change the object from one storage to another storage class. One storage class to another storage class. What is CRR and SRR?
Cross regional replication. We want to.
If you want to replicate the data in the cross region, then you can go for CRR. If you want to replicate the data in the same region, then you can go for SRR. Then what is the purpose of encryption?
To secure the data.
Secure the data.
Yeah, secure the data. How many encryption types we have here? In transit, data at rest. In transit and data at rest. What is the meaning of in transit? When the data is flowing, then we need to secure the data. When to go for data at rest? If the data is already stored, then we will go for data at rest concept. Good. Now, next one is transfer accelerator. What is a transfer accelerator? What is the transfer accelerator?
It's nothing but the network that is provided by the AWS and where the speed is high.
Generally, we are using our network. Generally, we are using our network. Our network will be slow. If I want to use the network provided by the Hibernate, then which concept we need to use? Then we need to use transfer accelerator. Now, next one. What is pre-signed URL? What is pre-signed URL?
A temporary
URL will be limited access.
The URL will be available only for the limited period. The URL will be available for the limited period. Then we can go for pre-signed URL. So are we good with all these concepts now?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
With this, we are clear with all these topics. Right. Now, let's go and start with our AWS S3 buckets. Go to AWS account, log in into this account. BXNC8M. HR86RP. I logged in. Yeah. Can you go to services and can you see S3? Scalable storage in the cloud. Guys, do you know the difference between scalability, availability, durability? Do you know the difference between scalability, availability, and durability?
Yes.
Scalability versus availability versus durability. Can anyone tell me the difference between scalability, availability, and durability?
Yes. Scalability means we can, depends on the situation, we can scale our resources or scale down resources. For availability means it is available, like whether it is 24/7 available or not. And durability means whether it is available for long term or not.
Correct, sir. Right. Scalability means based on our requirement, we can increase and we can decrease the size. We can increase the resources and we can decrease the resources based on our requirement. That is called scalability. Availability means when we can access. 24/7 accessibility will be available. 99.99% it is guaranteed by AWS availability. Durability also 99.9999%. That means how much time it is going to store, that is called durable. When we can access, that is called availability. How can we use it, that is called scalability. Now, can I say S3 buckets are having all these three features?
Yes.
Can I say S3 buckets are having all these three features? S3 buckets are scalable, S3 buckets are available, S3 buckets are durable. Good. Now here, go to services, go to S3, go to services and go to S3. Now we can create S3 buckets here. We can create the S3 buckets here. Guys, here already there is one bucket available. There is one bucket available. I think a long time back I have created this bucket. Now go here. Can I create a new bucket in the AWS now? Can I create a new bucket in the AWS now?
Yes.
Now tell me, S3 is a regional service or S3 is a global service?
Global service.
S3 is a global service. Already we gave the points here. S3 is used for storage purpose. S3 is object-based storage. We can store the flat files in the S3. We can upload and download, access the data in the S3. We cannot execute the file. We can't install any software. S3 is just for storage purpose. Unlimited data we can store in the S3. We cannot attach S3 to EC2. We can access S3 objects in the EC2. It supports static web hosting. It is serverless. It will store the data in the form of bucket. Bucket is a container. Bucket contains objects. Every bucket will have a key that is called name. S3 is global, but buckets are regional. That means buckets we are going to create are regional specific. Can I create multiple buckets in multiple regions?
Yes.
Can I create multiple buckets in multiple regions? Yes, we can create. Always your bucket name should be unique. Can I create a bucket name with a test? Do you think that nobody used that name as of now?
No.
No. Can I create a bucket name with ABC?
No.
Why?
Should be unique.
Already so many people are using S3 buckets. They have used all these names, right? So
Name
then how to choose? Yeah, name should be unique. We need to choose the unique name, right?
Sir, just example for Gmail.
Yeah, Gmail, unique email ID should be there. It is across the globe. Okay. Now, so that's why, how can we create a unique name in the S3 bucket? You can use your project name or you can use your company name. Can I create one bucket inside the another bucket?
No.
No, bucket nesting is not possible. We can create multiple buckets in multiple regions. Soft limit for the buckets is 100. By default, what is the scope of the bucket? Private. Can we make them as a public? Yes, we can make them as a public so that everybody can access. Every bucket will have its own URL. That is also called as endpoint. Chalo. Now, theoretically, we spent 2 days or 3 days?
3 days.
This is the third day.
2 or 3 days, almost from 3 days we are trying to understand what is S3 bucket. Guys, the people who are attempting certification exam, all these points are going to be very helpful for you. I'm preparing a beautiful notes also so that you can revise in future as well. Now, go to services S3. Here, can you see one option called create bucket? Create bucket. Yes, create the bucket. Okay, it is asking choose bucket name. That is a general configuration. General configuration. Can you try bucket name as a test? Can you try bucket name as a test? Bucket name must be unique and must not contain spaces or uppercase letters. I'm trying with a name called a test. Okay, it is asking region. In which region you want to create the bucket? Which region we are using, guys? Which region we are using currently?
Mumbai.
Mumbai region I'm using. Mumbai region I'm using. It is asking, do you want to copy the settings from any existing bucket? Copy settings from any existing bucket, optional. Is it mandatory? It is
No.
optional. Now, can you read this point? Can you read this point? Object ownership. Control ownership of objects returned to this bucket from other AWS accounts and the use of access control list ACLs. Object ownership determines who can specify access to object. Who can access your objects, that we can specify. ACLs, access controls disabled, access controls enabled. Currently, I'm going with access control enabled. ACL enabled. Objects in this bucket can be owned by other AWS accounts. Access to this bucket and its objects can be specified using ACL. We can control who can access our object which are available in this bucket. I'm trying to create a bucket. In that bucket, for my objects, I'm enabling ACL, access control list. Now, object ownership, bucket owner or object owner, object writer. Bucket owner is the preferred. Now, block public access settings for the bucket. Do you want to block all the public access? I'm unchecking this checkbox. I'm unchecking this checkbox. That means for time being, I want to provide the public access. I want to provide the public access. I am unchecking all these checkboxes. When you uncheck all these checkboxes, it is asking, acknowledge that current settings might result in this bucket and the objects within becoming public. I'm unchecking this checkbox. I want to upload the objects with public access now. Confirm this. Guys, can you tell me what is this? Can you tell me what is this?
Version control.
Did we discuss about what is versioning?
Yes.
Amazon S3 buckets also are having versioning concept. Versioning is available by default or versioning is disabled. By default, versioning is not enabled in S3. We have to enable manually. Now currently it is having a disable option. Disable. If I go for enable, I can do that enabling also. Okay. Disable is there, enable is there. Default option, disable. Tags, key value pair. Now default encryption, automatically encrypt new objects stored in this bucket. Do you want to go for encryption or not? It is asking. If you go for encryption, how many encryption types are available? 2 encryption types are available. Amazon S3 managed keys, Amazon Web Service Key Management Service Key, SSE S3 and SSE KMS. When you go for SSE KMS, then again it is having choose from your AWS KMS keys, enter AWS keys ARN, enable or disable. Now currently I'm going with the disable. If you want, you can enable that encryption technique also for your bucket. Now come to advanced settings. What is the advanced setting is available? Object lock. What is the meaning of object lock? Can you see here, guys, what is object lock? What is the model they are following? What is the model that they are following?
Write once, read many.
Write once and read many times. Store objects using write once, read many model to help prevent objects from being deleted or overwritten for a fixed amount of time or independently. Permanently allow objects in this bucket to be locked. Additional object lock configuration required in the bucket details after the bucket creation to protect objects in this bucket from being deleted or overwritten. If you enable the object lock, then people cannot delete your bucket. Okay. If you want security for your buckets, if you don't want anybody to delete the buckets, then you can lock your objects in that bucket. Currently, I'm going with disable default setting. Now, all these options we have selected. Guys, check it once again. I'm creating a bucket in the S3. Name I'm giving as a test. Let's try. Region I have selected as AWS. I have selected ACLs enabled. Ownership is the bucket owner. Public access I have enabled. Agreeing for license agreements. Versioning disable. Bucket versioning I'm going with the disabling mode. Tags server side encryption disable. Object lock disable. Click on create bucket. What it is saying, guys? What it is saying?
It's not available.
The name is available or name is not available?
Not available.
Already existing.
The name is already existing. I can't use this name. Now let's go for Ashok IT S3. Ashok IT S3. Click on create bucket. Now, is it accepting?
Yes.
Is it accepted or not?
Yes.
Yes, it is accepted because this is our institute name. Nobody might have used it as of now. Ashok IT S3 bucket is created. In which region this bucket is created? In the Mumbai region. Mumbai region. What is the access of this bucket now? Objects can be public. Objects can be public. Okay. Copy the ARN. Copy the ARN. Empty. If you have the objects, if you want to create or delete all the objects in the bucket, then you can go for empty. Then there is option called delete option. If you want to delete the bucket, then you can go for delete. Now, can I open this bucket? Can I open this bucket? How many buckets we can create like this?
100.
100 is the soft limit. 100 is the soft limit. Okay. Open this bucket. Do I have any data in this bucket now?
No.
My bucket is empty. Can I say that my bucket is empty?
Yes.
Yes, my bucket is empty. Can we upload the data?
Yes.
Yes. Now,
Yes, we
before going to do that, can you check it here? Objects are the fundamental entities stored in the Amazon S3. Objects are the fundamental entities stored in the Amazon S3. You can use Amazon S3 inventory to get a list of all objects in your bucket. For others to access your object, you need explicitly grant them the permission. So whenever you upload a file, that will be considered as a object. Whenever you upload a file, that will be considered as one object. That's why Amazon S3 is called as object storage. Amazon S3 is called as object storage. Now here, guys, can I create a folder also to store my data? I want to store my personal photos in one folder, my birthday photos in one folder, my marriage photos in one folder, my class notes in one folder. Can I segregate them by creating the folders also?
Yes.
Yes.
We have the option called create folder.
Yeah.
Now here you don't have any objects in this bucket. What is the meaning of your object here? File, any flat file, any file that you can upload, that will be considered as a object. All right. Click on upload. Click on upload. When I click on upload, what it is asking? What it is asking?
File location and
Add files from the system.
Guys, read these points. Read these points. Add the files and folders you want to upload to S3. To upload a file larger than 160 GB, use the AWS CLI mode or AWS SDK or Amazon S3 REST API. If you have huge files, more than 160 GB files, if you want to upload, then there is a concept called AWS CLI, AWS SDK, and Amazon S3 REST APIs are available to upload. Now here there is an option, drag and drop the files and folders you want to upload here, or choose and add the files. Click on add files. Click on add files. Now go to our 01 DevOps. 01 DevOps. Can I upload this file called one PDF file, AWS account creation PDF?
Yes.
I have selected a PDF now. Select this
Yeah.
PDF. Select this PDF. What is the destination? Where it is storing now? It is storing in my S3 bucket. S3 Ashok IT S3 is the bucket name. Ashok IT S3 is the bucket name. Do we have versioning for this one? Do we have a versioning for this object?
No.
No. Disabled. No.
Disabled. Do we have encryption for this one? Disabled.
Disabled.
Do we have a lock for this one?
Disabled.
Disabled.
Yes.
So do we have the option to enable the bucket versioning?
Yes.
If you think that there are people, there is a chance that people will modify your files, people may delete the files and all, then you can enable versioning for bucket. Right. Versioning we will enable for the object, or versioning we will enable for the bucket?
The objects.
Versioning.
It's for bucket, but automatically applied to the.
It will apply to the objects in the
Can you read this point, guys?
Versioning will be available bucket level, then it will get objects available in that bucket. Okay.
Versioning we are going to enable for every object, or versioning we will enable for a S3 bucket?
S3 bucket.
S3 bucket.
We need to enable the versioning for the S3 bucket. Then it will apply for all the objects available in that bucket. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Versioning we will enable at the bucket level. Then it will apply at the object level.
Objects.
We recommended that you enable bucket versioning to help protect against unintentionally overwriting or deleting the objects. Boss, if you feel that unintentionally there may be some overwrites happen or some deletions happen, for that we suggest you to enable bucket versioning. Got it? Now permissions, access control list. Choose from predefined ACL, specify individual ACLs. Now private, grant, public, read, access. So what I am doing this, guys, what access I am providing for this one now? Public access. It is recommended to give the private, only object owner will have the read and write access. But if you want everybody to access your data, then you will go for public. Now access this. Click on properties. What is this, guys? What is this?
Storage classes.
Storage classes. What is the default storage class?
Standard frequent access.
Standard frequently access data more than once a month with milliseconds access. More than once a month. Okay. More than once in a month. If you are accessing the data more than once in a month, then you need to go for which storage class? Standard. Okay. Now, if you don't know how many times you are going to access your data, if you don't know access pattern, then intelligent tiling. What is this IA? Standard IA? Once a month. Once in a month. Definitely only once. If you want to access your data from the S3 bucket, then you should go for which class? Infrequent access. If you want to access more than once, that means if you want to access 2 times, 10 times, 100 times, 1000 times in a month, FA, frequently access. More than once in a month, standard. If you don't know how many times you are going to access, then go for intelligent tiling. Now, if you want to access only once in a month, infrequent access. One zone IA, recreatable, infrequently access the data stored in a single availability zone with milliseconds access. One zone IA, that means your data will be stored only in one availability zone. Now here, it is designed for frequently access. AWS is storing your data at one place, or AWS storing your data in more than 3 places?
More than
available. That is the reason availability, durability available. Now, you stored your data in the Mumbai region, your bucket created in the Mumbai region. In the Mumbai region, 3 availability zones are available. If they store the data in one availability zone, if it is collapsed, then your data will be available or data will not be available. Will not be available. So now AWS is saying the durability, what percentage durability they are giving? They are giving 10% durability, or they are giving 99% durability?
99%.
99.119 they are giving as a durability. That means, do you think that they will store the data at one place? Do you think that they will store the data at one place?
No.
No, they are storing your data more than 3 places. You are choosing Mumbai region. For safety purpose, they are storing in the other region also. In the Mumbai data, if all the data centers are collapsed, still your data will be available in the AWS. That is the guarantee. That is the reason they are giving 99.999999% availability. Samjhe? Now, what is this meaning of a one zone? And how many places your data will be stored?
Single availability.
Single. अगर वो single फट गए तो?
You cannot retrieve that.
Yes, that's the reason it is named as one zone IA. One zone IA. There are several. There is a redundancy. Reduced redundancy class is also available. Glacier is available. Glacier instant retrieval. Glacier flexible retrieval. Glacier deep archive. Glacier deep archive. Okay. Now, so in the Glacier, 3 categories are available again. The Glacier, there are 3 categories are available. What is the purpose of Glacier class? What is the purpose of Glacier class?
Archiving the data.
Historical data. Okay. Glacier instant retrieval. Glacier flexible retrieval. Long-lived archives data accessed once a quarter with instant retrieval in the milliseconds. If you go for instant retrieval means you want to retrieve the data immediately. Then you can go for instant retrieval. Once in a quarter, guys. Every 3 months, only one time you want to access the data. For 3 months, only one time you want to access the data. Quickly. Glacier instant retrieval. Glacier flexible retriever. What is the meaning of this? Once in a year. Once in a year. If you want to access your data once in 3 months, then go for Glacier instant retrieval. If you want to retrieve the data once in a year, go for flexible retrieval. Deep archive. Deep archive means long-lived archive data accessed less than once in a year. That means yearly once also you are not going to access. Then you go for a deep archive class. Reduced redundancy. Reduced redundancy. Not critical. Frequently access the data with millisecond access. Not recommended, as S3 standard is more cost effective. Reduced redundancy also we can use, but they are saying that it is not recommended because better to go with standard. Better to go with standard. They are only saying that it is not recommended. Now, fees also they have given. Retrieval charges also they have given. Do we have retrieval charges for standard access? Do you have retrieval charges for this first category? Come on, guys. Retrieval fees available for first category or not available?
Not available.
Not available. Minimum object size, minimum duration size, all the details available here. If you read this storage class properties, guys, under the properties, specify storage class, encryption settings, tags, and more. If you go to the properties, then there is storage category. Do not specify any encryption key. Specify encryption key. Additional checksums, tags, metadata, nothing. Click on upload. Now, can you see the file is uploaded successfully into my bucket? Can you see the file is uploaded successfully in my bucket?
Yes.
How much data is there? 1000 KB. Can I say 1000 KB? Yes. What type of file it is uploaded now?
PDF.
PDF. Can I select this? Can I select this file? Can I copy the URL? Can I give the URL to you? Is it having a public access now?
Yes.
Can you download that?
Okay.
Can I say that is my object endpoint? Can I say that is my object endpoint?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that is my public object.
Public object. Yeah.
Public object. Anybody can access. This is internal URL copy S3 URI. This is my S3 URI. This is my S3 URI internal URL. internal URL. Copy the URL public. Now, can I say I am the owner of this object? I am the owner or not? I am the owner of this object. Can I download the data? Click on download. That file is downloaded. Open, delete, action, download. Guys, can you see this? What is this option? What is the second option?
Shared with pre-signed URL.
Shared with pre-signed URL. What is the meaning of pre-signed URL?
Limited access time.
It is a limited access URL it is going to create. Calculate the total size, copy, move, edit, rename, edit the storage class, edit encryption, edit metadata, make public access using AL, like that the information is available. Go to the properties, AWS region, it is available in the Mumbai. This is the resource name ARN, creation date, bucket versioning, it is disabled. Permissions, public settings are available, public block all public access is off mode. Objects are public. Metrics, total bucket size, total number of objects, management, lifecycle rules, replication rules, inventory configuration. There are several rules are available. Replication rules, right? Access points also available here. Now come back to our bucket. So can you see the bucket available? In that bucket we have one object. Can I upload one more object also?
Yes.
Yes, like this we can upload multiple objects into S3 buckets. Is there any limitation on the number of objects that I can upload?
No.
There is no limitation. S3 nothing but unlimited access. S3 nothing but unlimited access.
Sir, could we upload, could we enable the encryption, sir, so that when we upload?
Yes, we can enable. So just today I have uploaded one basic file without encryption. So tomorrow we will see the remaining options that what we can do. Encryption, versioning that we can do.
Okay.
So can we deploy the static web
Yes,
site?
sir. Static website also we can deploy here. Yes, we'll come. I will show you that as well.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, we can deploy the static website also in the Amazon S3. Create a bucket, get started with S3, create a bucket, upload an object, download an object. What is this option?
Host a static website.
Host a static website using Amazon S3. Website endpoints and all. The documentation is also available. Anyhow, tomorrow I will show you how to upload, how to deploy a static website by using S3. Can you guys practice the basic upload point now? Can you explore all these, whatever the theory? Guys, whatever the theory we have discussed, are we able to see all these points in the live bucket when we are uploading?
Yes.
Whatever the theory points we have discussed, are you able to see that in the S3, Amazon Management Console, AWS Console? Yes. Buckets, objects, versioning, storage classes, regions, all the information that we are able to see in the Management Console. So tomorrow I will show you how to host static website by using S3 and how to enable versioning, how to enable encryption. That I will discuss in the tomorrow session, and we will close the S3 buckets tomorrow. How much time it will? Is it taking a time like EC2?
No, sir.
No, it is a simple service. Fine, guys. So please practice how to create a bucket and how to upload the data in the bucket. Once your practice is completed, you just delete all your objects. Okay. To confirm the delete type, permanently delete here. They're asking, enter this text in the text box to delete, permanently delete. Now my object is deleted. Once all the data is deleted in the bucket, then only you can delete your bucket. If you want to delete the bucket, you need to enter the bucket name for a delete bucket. So now, can you see successfully my bucket is deleted?
Yes.
I have created a bucket, I have uploaded the data, I have uploaded a object, and I have selected the storage class also. Then I have deleted my object and I have deleted my bucket also. So could you please practice this before coming to tomorrow's session?
Hello, sir. For suppose I want to access this bucket from Java code, so we can do that one?
Yes, sir. Actually, in the Java, you can write the program to store the data to the S3 bucket and you can read the data from the S3 bucket. For that, you need to use AWS SDK. AWS
Yes,
Software Development Kit will be available.
Yes,
By
sir.
using that, from the Java code, you can upload the object to the bucket and you can download. Actually, I am planning to prepare that video this weekend, sir. How to upload the data from the Java program to the bucket and how to download the data from the bucket. We'll make one video for that.
Yes, sir.
Same question from my side as well. This is a new feature coming up in our team. So they have given new feature to upload the data, upload the CSV file onto the S3 bucket, get the file, download the file. This feature is coming up in my
in your project. Okay.
Yes.
It's very easy, sir. You just need to add some dependencies related to AWS SDK.
Okay.
Then you can upload the file and you can download. I will make a video for that. By this weekend,
sir,
I will give that.
Yeah, this is very helpful for me, sir.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Even we are doing the same thing in my project.
Sir, I have interview coming Tuesday.
You have an interview. Okay.
And Ashok, my exam on 30th April.
Oh, okay, sir. Sure. Certification exam.
Exactly.
Okay, sir. Most probably by that time our AWS will be completed, Prakash. No issue. Because you see, tomorrow S3 will complete. Then 1 or 2 days for RDS. Then 3 days for VPC subnets.
Okay.
Yeah, most probably, I think it don't take that much time. Also, I will plan it to complete by 20th of this month. AWS will complete by 20th of this month.
Okay.
Because the remaining services are very small services.
Okay. It will take only mostly one classes approximately.
Yeah,
right?
one or two
classes.
Only for S3, little bit theory is available. For the remaining services, this much theory is also not required.
So Ashok, you will be cover serverless regarding activity like creating serverless API.
Yes, right. AWS Lambdas,
Lambda and API gateway. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
right.
Okay.
So mostly by 20th, if not by this month end, not more than that.
Okay.
And guys, one more thing that I want to ask you. Do you want me to write the notes like this or can I prepare some PPTs? Is it okay? Which one is better? I feel if I'm typing like this, it is taking a lot of time.
Sir, both is fine.
You're okay. No problem.
Anything is fine now if I get some predefined notes, which I prepare in the offline.
Yes, sir, it's better.
Yeah, because we can save some time.
Yes, sir, more time actually.
Yeah. Okay, guys. From this week, I will prepare all the notes for the remaining services so that I no need to type everything in the class. I will prepare a PPT, then we can talk about the concept directly. Right. Thank you, guys. Good night. Please practice this S3 bucket concept before coming to tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see how to host a website. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Good night.